guys, thanks again for coming to Pure Dating. Many of you know that the first time Tammy and I kissed was when the pastor said, "You may kiss the bride." Here's the number one question I get when we talk about this. Is it a sin to kiss before I'm married? For many people, what they're really asking is this: how far can I go in gratifying the lust of my flesh before it's sin? For those people, there's really nothing I can say that will satisfy them. So today, I want to talk to those of you that really want to be pure. Let's reframe this question. Ask yourself this: can I kiss before marriage and not have that progress into sexual sin? From personal experience and observing probably hundreds of Christian dating couples over the past 20 years, I would say no. I know you have a lot of objections to what I just said. So let me try to deal with those objections today. You may be thinking, wait a minute, I totally disagree with this. My boyfriend and I kissed and we stopped right there. It may be true that you kissed and stopped right there in that moment. But how long can you last? What will you be doing 1 week from now? 1 month from now? 1 year from now? What I found is that when young Christian couples kiss before marriage, 99.9% of the time, it will eventually lead to sexual sin. Let me put it this way. We call it the law of progression. A compromise in sin leads to greater compromise in sin. When the lips touch the lips, the hands touch the hips. You may be thinking, wait a minute. My girlfriend and I, we kissed for 2 years and we never had sex. If you're thinking that, you may very well have too narrow of a definition of sex and consequently too narrow of a definition of sexual sin. Here's what I mean. Heavy making out, touching one another's body, laying on top of each other, moving and grooving, whatever you want to call it, that is sensual, that is sexual, and that is sex. That is something that is for the marriage covenant. Here's an example I give to young people all the time. How would you feel in this situation? You're with your girlfriend, you guys are in the house, making out, your pants are down around your ankles, and Jesus comes back in that moment. He busts through the clouds, he comes back, and he looks at you, he says, "Let's get going." Are you gonna look at him with your pants around your ankles and say, "Jesus, I'm so excited you're here. I've been waiting for you. I'm ready"? Even though you weren't having sexual intercourse, you were engaging in sex. Listen to 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 3 through 5. God wants you to be holy and stay away from sexual sins. He wants each of you to learn to control your own body in a way that is holy and honorable. Don't use your body for sexual sin like the people who do not know God. Tammy and I want to encourage you guys to save your kiss for the marriage covenant. Not only will it make your dating relationship more enjoyable and pure, but it will bring glory and honor to Jesus Christ. And that's the goal of our lives. I want to take a second to talk with those of you that are in a dating relationship and you've crossed the line and you are engaging in sexual sin, you know it, and you want out. I understand that. I was in that relationship before as well, and I know how spiritually and emotionally draining that is when you try to go to God and pray and read the Word and spend time with Him, but yet there's this overwhelming guilt because you're living in sexual sin and you feel like you're living a double life. What do? I just have to be honest with you, and what I'm going to say is not going to be easy for you to hear. But in most cases, when we talk to young couples that have crossed the line sexually and they really want to be pure, here's the counsel we give them. You need to separate for a while. You have trained your flesh so much that it's going to be nearly impossible to stop sinning sexually when you come together. When we tell people you need to separate, we're not talking about 1 week. This may be 6 months, it may be 1 year, but you need an extended time apart to seek Jesus and that both of you can get your life right with God again. I know this is difficult, but listen to what Jesus says in Matthew chapter 5, verse 28 through 30. "But I say to you, that everyone who looks at a woman with lust for her has already committed adultery with her in his heart. If your right eye makes you stumble, tear it out and throw it from you. For it is better for you to lose one of the parts of your body than for your whole body to be thrown into hell. If your right hand makes you stumble, cut it off and throw it from you. For it is better for you to lose one of the parts of your body than for your whole body to go into hell. Cutting out a relationship that has been emotionally and sexually close is very difficult, but I want to tell you that it will bear incredible fruit. Hey, thanks for watching, and as always, leave comments, let us know what you're thinking. Please give us ideas of other videos you'd like us to do. We want to know what your questions are, and we'll do our best to put together videos that help you deal with the questions that you have. Thanks, guys. God bless you.